are you all? Welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Okay, so we're going to continue with Journey of the Heart. I've been reading chapters over parts sort of every now and then, sort of giving you an idea, to sort of something to reflect on, to contemplate, but I'm also doing readings using a variety of decks, and today's decks, or this chapter's decks, is the Art Nouveau Tarot with the Oracle of the Red Circus. I love that deck. I'm absolutely loving this Oracle deck by Christoph James. Just love the messages coming through. So anyway, so we've got Journey of the Heart. We got chapter 13 we're up to. Now chapter 13's title is Taming the Monsters. An interesting chapter. And you'd think maybe I might go for a more monstrous type of deck, but I sort of wanted something that was, I don't know why, I just felt very drawn to working with Art Nouveau Tarot today. So let's have a look. What messages? So we've got Taming the Monsters. So we're just going to just take a nice deep breath for a second. Let's take a nice deep breath and just reflect for a second. We've got a clean slate. Okay, we've got a clean slate going on here. We've got a gateway ready to be opened. And we're ready to push through in this gateway. And we're going to be taming the monsters. Whoa! And cards already flipped out. Okay, the first card here we have is the Knave of Swords. So I feel like there's some truth that we need to face. We need to I feel like we're ready to slay it. But we might not have the experience or the knowledge yet. We might not have the knowledge that we need to actually move forward. But we've got to sort of face our fears, face our what's going on there. And we've got Two of Wands. And so there's some choices that we're yet to be made. We're ready to face our fears in a way. We're ready to sort of, I get the sense of like slaying our thoughts, our ideas, being able to sort of feel like we're moving forward. We're ready to go, but we're at this stage of needing to face them. We're at this youthful energy with this new beginning, this fresh start to being able to slay our perceptions about what's going on. We're able to sort of make the choices that we need in the situation. Whoa, okay. Interesting. So we've got these, again, we've got Two of Swords. So we're finding out ourselves at a crossroads, trying to find a sense of inner peace with ourselves. And that's why I get that sense of being able to sort of, that's why I keep getting that sense of slaying our perceptions, being able to make a clear decision, a clear choice about the direction that we're actually moving into. The world's our oyster. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to make those moves? Yeah. What's next for us on this journey? With the King of Pentacles. Okay, we're looking for opportunities. We're always looking for opportunities to come our way. We're looking for possibilities of paths to take. We're looking at opportunities for us that are going to allow us a sense of well-being, a practical approach to where we want to be or what we want to do in our life. Remember, this is about relationships, about the heart in many ways. So here we've got the Five of Swords. So what are we needing to slay? I get a feeling like we're dealing with some arguments, some quarrels, some conflicts, some fights. And when do we choose to walk away from it? When do we choose to stay and fight? Interesting here. And what does it mean when you stay and fight? You know, there's about being assertive, but there's also about, there's that sense of being aggressive. Or can you just stay firm, stay calm and stay firm? And with the Justice card, it's all about that equilibrium, that balance, the consequences of any actions taken, the sense of any legalities or legal stuff going on around the issue. I think there's a lot of stuff to sort of think about to try and find the sense of balance, this equilibrium. And it's interesting because we get twos, and we get the Justice card. So you're getting that sense of equilibrium, balance, as you move through the opportunities that are possible, but only when you look at the choices or the decisions that need to be made to when you find yourself at a bit of a crossroads or a standstill. It's all about, are you ready? It feels like you're ready to do, but are you moving? But you're not quite moving forward on that journey yet. Feels like there's a lot of sort of standing around or sitting around. Okay, here we've got the Ace of Spades. Finding a sense of clarity, cutting away all that confusion is going to be really important here. Being able to sort of just stay, as you're standing still, trying to find a sense of balance, trying to find the choices or decisions that you need to make, to find the equilibrium, the balance, the cutting through of the consequences of any actions that you take, being able to get that clarity, to be able to face the truth of the situation so that you can actually move forward through this. So let's have a look at this, the Oracle of the Red Circus, and see what card comes out here. Okay, what card is going to be super important for us on this journey? You may have created something that is rapidly growing beyond your control. Act quickly to rein in the beast. So I get that sense of staying in control of yourself. You get that Five of Swords where you've got the arguments and the fights and the conflicts. What do you choose to do? It's about reining in the control. You can be firm, be assertive without being aggressive. That's what I'm saying there. And the second card that came out was Fertility. Fertility rules your life at this time. It may arrive at the form of a birth of ideas. A birth of ideas, or the birth of a child. But I feel like it's more about the ideas, the perceptions, I think we need to be very clear about that. So if it's about staying in control, so you can do what you need to do to move forward in this journey. What an interesting combination of cards to think about. So while I'm reading, thinking about the staying in control of yourself, being not excessive in your conflicts or your arguments. It's about being able to being able to see the different perspectives, the perceptions, so that you can give birth to something new. So let's have a read of this. Chapter 13, Taming the Monsters. As we begin to move towards a deeper, more powerful man-woman alliance in our relationships, many of us may come across a major obstacle. The wild male or female spirit in us may have been wounded or distorted in the course of our development. If a man's spirit has been crushed, perhaps by his father's abuse or his mother's evasiveness, or malnourished by his father's neglect or failure to model strong male qualities, he will have a hard time finding and celebrating his genuine maleness or responding to the genuine femaleness in his partner. Or if a woman's fathers bullied her or bound her to him instead of providing safety and protection, or her mother failed to model feminine strength, she may grow up distrusting both male and female power, and thus have a hard time feeling good being a woman in relation to men. Such experiences create strong undercurrents of self-doubt and mutual distrust between the sexes. Often these appear in the guise of monsters that emerge unexpectedly, seemingly out of nowhere, at the point when a relationship is on the verge of moving to a new depth. Something furious inside us comes out fighting, savagely thrashing around, or else panicking and running away like a wounded animal. There are two main ways in which this wounded wildness seems to emerge, corresponding to the poles of relationships: through aggression, which is wounded ways of making contact, without having to yield control, and through isolation, which is wounded way of creating space or separateness, by running away from intimacy altogether. So if we are to deepen the male and female bond, it is not enough just to contact our wild side. We also must be able to tame the monsters, the distorted negative forms our wildness takes, that so often tear relationships apart. When one person tames another, it creates a special bond between them. In Saint Exupéry's story, The Little Prince, the fox asks the little prince to tame him. He explains that taming means to establish ties. If you tame me, then we shall need each other. To me, you will be unique in all the world. To you, I shall be unique in all the world. Taming in this sense does not mean domesticating someone, fitting our partner into some narrow box. On the contrary, it is a way of softening the hard-hearted parts in each other, thus freeing our spirit so that it can contribute positively to the relationship. Men and women can do this by calling upon the warrior spirit within them and meeting these monsters with strength and resolve. Men need that from women, and women need that from men. This is part of the sacred alchemy. Okay, so that's it for today. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, and blessed be.